everybody. My name is Rebecca Armstrong, and today's session is about refreshing your look through affirming your personality. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. You know, you probably got your water, you got your tea going. That's fine. Sit back and relax. I ain't going to judge you. I have my headscarf on a little bit earlier today. But if you got your headscarf on, that's fine. Wear it. Your bonnet, fine. You're at home. Relax. But we're just going to go ahead and get started. I want to ask you guys a few questions about how do you connect your personal style to your personality. The first question is, do you know what your personal style is? And the reason why I like to ask that question, especially when I like to style people, is because sometimes people don't know what their personal style is. They just like clothes, or they might like a celebrity attire, or just different things. They might just see somebody else wear something, and they know they can pull it off. But ask yourself, what is something that you feel like is a part of your personal style? For example, my personal style consists of mixing prints. I love to mix prints. I love to wear funky, often sometimes ugly stuff, because I feel like some ugly stuff is like kind of cute in a way. I know that sounds weird, but that's just my personal style. I can't say that I have one type of feel to my personal style, because I like to express sometimes my mood, or express a perspective sometimes when I dress a certain way. So sometimes I might want to wear all black. I might want to wear a lot of color. I might want to wear mixing prints. Or sometimes I just want to wear just color blocking, just different things, or just something just real neutral, because it depends on my mood. But I know I can still look and be myself if I express it in different types of ways, because that's a part of my personal style. I like to change things up. I like to be bubbly. I like to be dramatic sometimes, or sometimes very relaxed. So ask yourself, do you know what your personal style is? What are some ways that you have taken to express your personal style? I kind of just gave examples of how I like to express my personal style, but what are some ways that you have actively tried to express your personal style? It may be through your hair, it may be through your accessories, it might not always be through your clothing, it might be through makeup, or even just things and atmospheres you like to be in. The reason why I love to include personal style with atmosphere, because sometimes your personal style can stem from your atmosphere, your environment. So if you love flowers, if you love plants, you might gravitate to greens, neutral colors, browns, taupes, so on and so forth. That might be you expressing your personal style in your atmosphere. It's not always necessarily clothing. So ask yourself, what are some ways that you like to express your personal style? Or even through like accessories like eyewear. You might not wear earrings, but you might really love glasses and sunglasses. What are some ways that you have chosen through eyewear to express your personal style? You might pick certain colors, or so on and so forth. You never know. So ask yourself, take time out. I'm gonna wait because you have your pen and pencil already out to write a list of expressing your personal style. So I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna ask the next question. Okay. You got it? You wrote it down? Okay, good. Next question. Make sure you're sitting down still, because this might make you like be in your feelings for 5 minutes. What is something that you feel has happened, good or bad, in your life that has affected how you carry yourself, or affects how you view yourself, which is still part of your personal style? So say, for example, I'll share something. When I'm frustrated, sometimes that can alter how I want to dress, because it doesn't make me want to be in a joyful mood. And I know fashion and clothing is a good way or a good outlet for me to express myself, to express my personal style. But when I'm frustrated about something, I don't really care about what I'm wearing. But oftentimes that also helps me get back into a better mood, because I'm putting on something that I like. Even if it's in the house, I might pick my good sweat clothes instead of my boring sweat clothes, because it's like I want to spruce myself up. I want my attitude to be better. And I try to better my mindset about whatever I might be going through if I change up what I'm wearing, wherever I'm at. I know growing up, sometimes everybody wanted that dope lunchbox, because it's like, okay, you low-key don't want to eat the food in the lunchbox, but since your lunchbox is dope, you just gonna eat it. You're gonna eat the smush sandwich. You're gonna eat the apple that's a little brown because you should have ate it for breakfast. Because that just makes you more excited to do that. So ask yourself, what is something good or bad that has affected how you carry yourself and how you view yourself, because sometimes you may hear negative comments from a whole bunch of other people, and that makes you feel like, okay, I don't necessarily like myself. But if you hear affirming comments from other people and even from yourself, that helps you carry yourself a lot better. And that's why I do love to ask this question, because even if you have, like, this might help you realize, oh, I have been receiving negative comments from other people. What can I do to receive positive comments about myself? And that's really hard sometimes, but it helps you sit back and really think. So I want y'all to think about this question, write down those things, good and bad. You can even split your paper in a way and write both things down. And if you notice that you have more bad experiences than positive, ask yourself, how did you allow so many negative things to flood your mind for so long? And what are good ways to help combat those negative thoughts about how you perceive yourself? Because that can alter the way you view your personal style. People like to say fashion isn't connected to psychology, but it really is. That's why so many people buy so many things. That's why fast fashion is so popular right now. But a lot of people are changing their mindset about that type of stuff because they may want to be more sustainable. They may want to downsize. They may want to change their wardrobe because they realize, okay, this thing has gotten too much of my attention. You have to find balance with your personal style. And that's addressing serious topics like, okay, how do I view myself? Because you might be, say for example, addicted to clothing, addicted to buying purses, addicted to shopping, addicted to hearing what people have to say, or addicted to people pleasing because you have not really took a step back and viewed how you view yourself. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds to think about that, and then I'm going to move on to the next question. The next question is, do you think your mood affects how you want to dress? I kind of just touched on that a little bit earlier, but with my own personal stuff, how if I'm in a bad mood, sometimes I don't really want to dress really at all. But to help me better my mood, I get dressed. So we know we've been in a pandemic for the past couple of months. You may have been in the same t-shirt, brother and sis, for the past 6 weeks. Because what? You don't feel like washing it. And I'm going to tell you today, get up and wash up, okay? Come on, I'm going to wait. I'll be right here. You can push pause so you can wash up, okay? Because I want you to live your best life, okay? I want your style, yourself to be refreshed. And sometimes that means freshening up, okay? But I'm sorry, y'all. I love to make y'all laugh in this session because I really want y'all to really think about this stuff. So if you realize, oh, maybe I should change up the t-shirt, maybe I should change up the house dress, change up the robe. I just made a new robe, y'all, because I realized the robe I was using was not bringing me joy. And if it's not bringing you joy, sometimes you just got to let it go. Or even if it's reminding you of a bad memory, a bad moment in your time, you might need to do a closet clean out or just a room clear out and reorganize, because that could affect your mood too. So ask yourself, have your moods affected how you dress? You might realize now by asking this question, oh my gosh, my moods are fluctuating because of the pandemic, because of social unrest, whatever it may be. Sometimes you just got to detox and ask yourself, are my moods everywhere? And what's something I can do with my apparel that I have right at home that can help sprucing up my mood or change my atmosphere? Like I said, sometimes you might just need to do a closet clean out or just organize your closet. Maybe color coordinate your closet. That might make you want to wear your clothes again, even if nobody sees them. Sometimes that can affect your mood because you feel like, okay, nobody's going to see me. Why should I dress up? Why should I clean myself off? But it's like, okay, at the end of the day, you really bought those things for yourself, or did you? So if you really bought those things for yourself, why not look good for yourself, even if nobody's going to see you? So I'm going to give you a few more moments to ask yourself, has your moods affected how you dress? This is the last question. What are some ways that I can proactively use my personal style to change up my atmosphere? I'm gonna give y'all some examples in a little bit, but I want you to see what is something that you can do in your own home that can change up your atmosphere. Because like I just said, your atmosphere sometimes can alter how you feel about yourself, how you view yourself. But what are some things that you know you can proactively do in your house that can change up your atmosphere or change up your personal style or enhance, evolve your personal style just by you changing up your atmosphere? After you ask that question, you have to be honest with yourself. You may just need to change up your personal style. You may just need to change up how you view your environment, because that helps you go forward. It can help how you view the rest of this year. Just changing around your room, changing around your closet, changing your sweatshirt. Instead of wearing the white one, put on the red one. You know, just doing so. Put your eyebrows on, ladies. If you ain't been wearing your eyebrows, put a little bit of gloss on too. Put some chapstick on, fellas. It's not gonna hurt y'all. It's not. So just doing little stuff like that, like acknowledging it, is the main key. Because sometimes when we're going through different things and we act like we're not going through those things, that's what makes us stay in a rut longer. But if you can acknowledge it, that's one of the best steps, the key steps to going forward with how you view yourself, your personal style, and how you even view your atmosphere, and how you can realize that you have the power to change your atmosphere. Things that affect your personal style, your thought process about yourself, which we've been talking about the majority of this session. Colors. Like I said earlier, personally, I love bright colors, so I love to have bright colors in my home. Environment, life events, all those things can affect your personal style. If you have lost someone, if you had to let go of someone, that can affect how you view your personal style. When I lost my grandmother years ago, I would never forget she had a bucket purse that she would carry all the time. So in my adult life, and I start to think of that moment again, I was like, man, I really love that purse because that makes me think of that purse style, because it makes me think of my grandmother. Now that's one of my favorite purse styles because it connects that moment that I shared with my grandmother, because I always thought about, okay, every time she picked me up, she's gonna have her bucket bag purse. So what are different things that you have realized, or take a step back and realize, can affect your personal style? We talked about colors, we talked about environment. I'll go give another example on environment. If you love neutral tones, your house may be a lot of neutral tones, which is not a bad thing. Those things and those colors are connected to feelings too. We're gonna talk about that in the next slide. Just like how brands use colors to subconsciously express how they want their brand to be perceived by clients and customers, you can do that too by using certain colors. If you're a neutral person, you may like nature, you may like comfort, you may like sustainability, or just making sure that you feel like at home. You may use a lot of browns and taupes and creams. We all know McDonald's, y'all, they use red and yellow because they want to grab your attention, but they know that you will never forget that color together because it makes you think of ketchup and mustard. They make hamburgers. You want that ketchup with them fries. So think about that too. It might sound weird because you don't want to come off as though that you're marketing yourself necessarily, but just think about how do you want to be perceived, and also how do you want to perceive yourself. If you know you love color, it's okay to wear bright colors. If you want to have just one favorite color, that's okay. That color may make you feel a certain way. It may make you feel vibrant. It may make you feel alive. It may make you feel like you're connected to someone that you admire in your family, admire as a friend. Y'all may have just the same favorite color because y'all were childhood friends, just different things, and that's okay. Just knowing that you have that is a good thing too, because that creates moments, that creates personality, that creates individuality and uniqueness. If you love lavender, you might really like the scents of lavender too. So the color mint, that has a scent too. All those things may play on each other. I'm a fall baby. So the funny thing is I love pumpkin spice candles. I love pumpkins. I don't know why necessarily. It may be just because I'm a fall baby. And I also love the color orange. So just thinking about those things and seeing how those little things like that you can gravitate to just because they're subconsciously a part of who you are. For example, neutral colors. I was already talking about them, but I'm going to talk about them one time again. Good. Are you mad? You're not mad? Okay, good. It's okay, because I know a lot of people like neutrals. And I feel like neutrals are really good for transitioning from decade to decade. So it's okay to have stuff like that in your closet, even though you might be a really colorful person like me. Having neutrals can still show your personality because it might be a neutral item in a specific silhouette or a type of attire. Like I love boiler suits. I love overalls. So I might want to get a khaki overall because it still shows my personality because my personality is kind of like urban streetwear or urban chic wear. So wearing overalls or even wearing a cream color blazer and pantsuit or a cream color blazer with pleated skirt that's brown, that still shows my personality because I would still pair that with maybe some gym shoes or some sunglasses or even like a book bag or a bucket purse like I expressed earlier because that still shows my personality. So don't ever think that you can't really use neutrals to express who you are because you may be feeling neutral at the moment, those colors, that color palette. You may want to feel relaxed. You may want to feel like, okay, I can wear this all the time. You want to feel classy. You want to have classic pieces in your closet. So just doing that. Don't ever feel like, oh, I can't pull this off because I've never worn this before. Or this isn't my style. Technically, anything can be your style if you choose the right pieces to express your style. So like I said, the boiler suit, the overalls, you might really like slacks. You might really like dresses. People know, say for example, if you like dresses, oh, she has on a red dress because they are so used to you wearing dresses, or even yourself. If you just really like the color red and you want to wear a red dress or you want to change it up and wear a brown dress, dresses are your thing. So it's okay to try that out. And this last slide is pretty much a summary of what we discussed this whole session. And this is just to help reiterate the things that you might want to work on or evolve into with refreshing your look, because it's a good thing to really write this stuff down. I didn't want to, send y'all homework, but technically this is y'all homework because this might be something that you need to work on. But really taking a mental note, making a list of things that you see about yourself and your personal style, because maybe addressing those things can help you realize other stuff in your life. Maybe realize that you need to let go of some stuff. Maybe realize you need to add some stuff to your life. Maybe realize that you might need to connect and disconnect to different people in your life because, wow, this is making me think outside the box just by thinking more about my personal style, your personal style. So acknowledging things that you want to evolve and change about yourself. That's always going to happen. People have been asking me, what made you cut your hair again? This is the lowest I had it in a long time, but I realized I needed something different. This was in my control, and I knew that I needed to cut it because I realized, like, say, for example, my daughter started to think, oh, all women look better with long hair, and that's not true. I didn't want her to necessarily have that perspective, but I also had to realize, why did I feel like I needed long hair? Like, did I feel like I needed to look a certain way to have long hair? Or just, I realized I was like, okay, why do I want to have long hair? So I decided to cut it. I'm also turning 30, so I really wanted to do something different before my 30th birthday. So that's a good example of me deciding and picking out something that I can do in my life that was in my control and something that I know will still show my personality. Even though I don't have as much hair as I did before, it still feels like it's me. So next up on the list was think about decluttering. Sometimes you might not even have a messy house, but you might be holding on to stuff that you don't even connect with anymore. So decluttering, making a list of things that you want to let go of your house can literally refresh your outlook on your home. Especially being in a pandemic, sometimes it's like, oh my God, I'm tired of this stuffy house. Jesus, I need you to make a way because I need something different. But if you're on a budget and everything like that, just mentally downsizing can just be all that you need to feel back at home, to feel at rest again, to feel like, okay, this is relaxing, I let go of a couch, or this is relaxing, I got rid of all the stuff I wasn't wearing before the pandemic. Think about that stuff, because sometimes people are getting rid of stuff, y'all, and you know good and well you still really want to keep it. Don't give it away just yet. But if you have stuff in mind that you thought about letting go of anyway before the pandemic, go ahead and let go of that stuff because you was already thinking about letting go of that stuff. And then the last question is, I'm going to let you read it. Go ahead and read it back to me. Yeah, what? I know I already said it. I said it a billion times. Be willing to let go. I know that's frustrating. I bet you're going like, first of all, you don't know my situation. You don't know my story. I know. I don't know your story. But acknowledging of letting go of it is one thing. Letting go of the things is another. Like it's a whole nother struggle, y'all. You might need to drink some water. You might just need to mind your business and drink some tea all in the same moment when you let go of those things. Because, like I said, when I've helped clients before and I've styled clothes clients before, even when dealing with my own closet and own home, I realized, oh my gosh, I didn't let go of this item because it reminded me of so and so. It reminded me of this moment. But if you no longer feel like you need it, it no longer brings you joy, you literally have to push yourself to be willing to let go of those things. You might cry. You might be like, why am I crying over clothes? Why am I crying over accessories? Why am I crying over a couch? Because it reminds you of something significant. And it might be something that was so significant, but also so painful in your life that you really might need to let it go. So go ahead and make that donation box. Make that donation trip. Put it on your calendar. Put the alarm on your phone. Even play theme music on your way to the, you might need to play a little bit of wait and exhale on your way to the Goodwill because you just need to go ahead and breathe it out, let it go when you drop it off. Okay? 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 I'm just playing. But I really enjoy having this session with you guys. I hope I can connect with you guys. Feel free to ask me questions if you haven't already dropped questions in the chat message already. But you can guys just reach out to me and I'll respond. I got y'all, and I hope you guys are excited to refresh your look through your personality because it's so imperative with self-care and even just having a consistent mental clarity. Health and self-care is a perfect way of doing that through refreshing your look. So I really enjoyed this session again. I love y'all. Live or ride. No, I know, ride or live. I got it. It was a bad joke. That wasn't funny. But I'm so excited. And keep being refreshed. Bye, guys.